At 14, I was making $50,000 a month, had 1.8 million YouTube subscribers, internet fame, a fat bank account, people calling me a legend. I was living the dream. But now, I have nothing. Alone. Sitting here and hoping any of you guys can tell me how the hell I can rebuild my life. That's what this young man shares on Reddit about his glorious past and his miserable present. So, what would you do if you were him? Today, we're diving into a story that's part teenage dream, part cautionary tale, and part emotional gut punch. It's not just about money, though. Yeah, there's a lot of that. But also about mental health, burnout, bad choices, and, let's be real, the uncomfortable moment when you realize you might have peaked in middle school. Buckle up. This one's going to hurt a little. But don't worry, we'll laugh through the pain together. It's confession time. All right, let's roll into it. Our boy's story starts up like this. When I was 14, I was a pretty big YouTuber. I had around 1.8 million subscribers. My channel was blowing up, and I was making a lot of money. Some months over $50,000. It was my dream, and I was actually living it. I had made tons of close friends from YouTube, I was well known in the game I played, and for the first time in my life, I was genuinely happy. But the thing is, I never really saw the money. My narcissistic mom was in control of all of it. She told me I was too young to have a bank account and that she'd take care of it for me. She gave me around $1,000 a month, which yeah, sounds like a lot for a 14-year-old. But when you're making 50 times that, turns out, instead of saving it for my future like she promised, she was spending most of it when I turned 15. Things started falling apart. My mental health completely deteriorated. I developed anorexia and ended up hospitalized. My channel became impossible to keep up with. I stopped posting for almost a year, and everything I built just started to disappear. Then, when I finally wanted to come back, I made a stupid decision that basically ruined any chance of reviving my channel. I tried downloading Adobe software for free. Yeah, dumb, I know. Got hacked, and the hacker posted some graphic content on my channel. I got permanently banned. And instead of contacting YouTube right away, I just gave up. I was so mentally checked out that I didn't even care at the time and told myself I would deal with it later. When I finally tried to appeal months later, YouTube denied me. I tried everything I possibly could to get my channel back, and nothing worked. My mom had spent most of the money, but she left me around $100,000. I had to literally beg her for over a year to give it to me. But like an idiot, I blew it. Car, addictions, very bad decisions. It turns out my mom was right all along. When I was 19, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and started drinking a lot. Now I'm in my 20s, completely broke, completely alone, and I feel like a fucking loser. I know I'm stupid. I know I made horrible choices. But please don't judge me too harshly. I wasn't in my right mind, and at the time, I didn't care about my future because I wished I was dead. I couldn't see past the moment I was in, and I just let everything fall apart. I think about my past a lot, how much potential I had, how I literally had it all at 14, and how I just let it slip away. I don't know how to move on from it. I peaked as a teenager, and now I have nothing. If anyone's ever recovered from throwing their life away, I'd really love to hear how. Because right now, I don't see a way forward. Yeah, so this is where we're at. And honestly, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or order this guy a hug and a pizza. This kid, at 14, had gained 1.8 million subscribers, which is insane.
Wow.
But YouTube's no joke. When it chews you up, it spits you out mercilessly. This kid's not just broke, he's lost. Like, asking Reddit for life advice, lost. But hey, we're all in this together. Let's unpack this mess and figure out, what do you do when your teenage glory days come crashing down and your adult life feels like a giant game over screen? All right, let's dig into why this poor kid's life basically imploded like a bad TikTok trend. First, let's get real about the brain. At 14, your brain's still cooking, okay? The part that controls impulse, long-term logical thinking, which is called the prefrontal cortex, is still under construction, like a half-finished Minecraft house. So, when you hand a teenager money, fame, and the weight of a mini empire? It's like giving a toddler the keys to a Ferrari. You can't expect smooth driving. Now, season his undercooking brain with some family drama. She wasn't just holding on to the money for the kid like some normal parent. Nah. She was the bank, the boss, the puppet master. She is less about, "I'm saving it for your future, honey," but more like, "Your success is mine now." Classic narcissistic parenting. Honestly, even without the YouTube fame, growing up with a mom like this, that's enough to mess up a life real good. Then comes the social angle of being famous online. The fame makes you feel like you've got a giant squad backing you. You feel like a king. But let's not kid ourselves here. Most of those followers are not friends. They are just fans. The second you disappear, they move on to the next trend. And our little main character, he went from Mr. Beast Jr. to who is he now? Real quick. At 14, this kid was basically playing life on cheat mode. Unlimited cash, social boost, all the shiny stuff. But when these cheat codes run out, he had no idea how to play life on the hard levels. No saved progress, no backup strategies. Just raw, brutal life coming at him with no tutorial. That's real life. Even without being YouTube famous, a lot of us here know that feeling really well. Sometimes you just have to hit a point in life where you're like, "Oh no, I don't know what to do anymore." Sounds familiar? Movies always love a comeback. So maybe our kid should make a comeback at this point, right? Like his mom would turn out to be all nice, and his life would get back on track easily, right? Nah. Our kid's life didn't just slip, it face-planted into a pile of mistakes. Next thing, the dude decided to download pirated software and got hacked. Yeah, I know. It sounds dumb. Like, bro, why would you do that? You're making 50 grand a month. Just buy it. But this stuff here is another textbook self-sabotage behavior. You see, when life feels so out of control, sometimes your brain just goes, "Screw it, let's light the whole thing on fire." That way, it helps you feel you have some control over your life, even if it costs all of the little things that you have left. It's not logical. It can't be helped. His brain is still also stuck in beta, too. And there's also a silent killer, not asking for help. Depression has this sneaky way of whispering, "The game is over. Why bother?" So instead of throwing up a lifeline, he just let it go and sink further and further. Then comes the final nail in the coffin, our dear mom. She wasn't totally wrong when she said he's not ready to handle that kind of money. Fair. But instead, it's she who went full Darth Vader mode. Instead of guiding him, teaching him, helping him learn like any parents, she just took over everything and spent it all. And when she finally handed over some of it, no reparation, just, "Here you go, honey, all yours." Of course, the kid crashed. I don't know, man. I'm speechless. There is always someone who shouldn't be a parent, but whew. His misery wasn't just one bad moment. It is layers of stress, bad communication, unchecked mental health, and a brain that hadn't even finished wiring up. Kinda makes you wonder, how many people around us are carrying their own quiet, messy piles of mistakes, huh? But hey, no judging, right? Let's try to figure out, what do you even do after you've set your own house on fire? All right, let's bring it home. Here's where we pull the lessons out of our kids' glorious dumpster fire. First up, early success doesn't guarantee long-term success. Yeah, you can pop off at 14, blow up the internet, get your little crown, but if you don't know how to keep it, that fame's gonna slip through your fingers faster than cheap dollar store slime. Second, managing your money and mental health is way more important than clout. Like, sure, flexing followers feels good, those dopamine hits different, baby. But when the camera's off and you're alone with your thoughts, that's when the real game starts. Fame can't save you from burnout, and it definitely can't balance your budget. Learn how to manage your finances as soon as possible. Third, and this one hits kinda hard, when you lose everything, the toughest part isn't rebuilding the money, it's facing yourself. It's looking in the mirror and admitting that you messed up. Yes, I messed up, but I'm not done yet. That's where the real comeback begins. And there are many more that a quick Google can bring us. Though, as someone who once also been there on the ground, I will share with you all my secret trick. Hang on. Even if everything hurts like hell, just hang on. Believe me, it's all temporary. A better day would surely come. Believe me. Life isn't a video game. There's no reset button. You can't just rage quit and start over. There's only one option. Continue. That's where we all are, really. Whether you're rebuilding from rock bottom or just trying to survive another boring Monday, we're all just hitting continue, figuring it out, one awkward step at a time. And hey, you're not alone in that. We're in this weird, messy co-op game together. So, ready to keep playing? All right, listen up. It's check-in time. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you already peaked? Like, you hit some crazy high point, maybe in school, maybe online, maybe just in your own head, and now you're stuck thinking, oh no, is it all downhill from here? Yeah? Or maybe you've had one of those brutal crash and burn moments where you're lying on the floor, absolutely done for. What I want from you right now is that, if you're up for it, drop a comment below. Share your story. Tell me if you've ever felt stuck or like you hit the ceiling way too soon. Don't hold these feelings back. Let the negativity all out. Also, I want to hear how you pulled yourself back up, or if you're still figuring it out so your wisdom can help others too. And hey, if this video hit you in the feels, or just gave you something to chew on, smash that like button, subscribe for more spicy Reddit deep dives, and stick around. We're just getting started, and trust me, you're gonna want to be here for what's next.